Hello everyone. So let us come to our virtual lab. So what we will study today? We'll study the experimental setup for verification of Ohm's law. Do you know what is Ohm's law? Yes, we know very well. We have studied in theory that Ohm's law is the verification means the relationship between current and voltage. So you see there what are the various instruments I am showing you. That is I have used a multimeter, battery eliminator that will help to change the voltage from AC to DC. We are using alternating current. It will be converted into a regulated power supply of direct current. Okay, by changing the regulator there, I can change the voltage supplies to the devices used, to the ammeter, to the resistor, to the voltmeter and to the rheostat. Okay, so there are two terminals are there, one is red, another is black. So wire is connected from the red terminal through the ammeter is connected in series, you know that very well. And then the connection, ammeter connection is continue to the resistor. You see that resistor I am saying you, that is the resistor, and then it will pass to the rheostat. Then voltmeter is connected in parallel with the resistor. Okay, resistor and the voltmeters are connected in parallel because you know always voltmeter is connected in parallel combination. So how you can see it is connected parallelly? Because it have two wires. Red is connected to the red part of the voltmeter and black is connected to the black part of voltmeter. Okay, so voltmeter two wires are connected to the resistor, two terminals in parallel. Then the circuit you know there, ammeter shows the current reading and voltmeter shows the voltage reading. Ammeter have low resistance, it will allow all the current to pass through it, so it is connected in series. And the resistor, it is unknown resistor. We want to find the resistance. How to find? By using a rheostat that is used to find to check the current flow. How to check the current flow? You see the knob I am sliding there, the knob. When I will place the knob here, that means the number of turns. You can see there are number of turns in the rheostat body. Okay, the number of turns will increase. If we will place the rheostat knob in the middle, the number of turns increases. Number of turns increases means resistance increases, and this resistance is connected with the unknown resistor, so the total resistance increases. So the voltage coming up from the battery eliminator will be divided. The voltage will be divided across the resistor and the rheostat. Okay, so the voltmeter will not show the total voltage what we are giving, what we are supplying the voltage from the battery eliminator. The resistor will not show all the voltages because the voltage will be divided across the rheostat and across the resistor. Okay, because you know voltage gets divided through a number of resistors when they are connected in series, but the current remains same. Okay, so if you will place the knob at the extreme end, if you will shift to the extreme end, then what will happen? Then number of turning of coil will increase also. Then we can say it will supply maximum resistance. Then what will happen? If it will supply maximum resistance, then maximum voltage drop will occur in case of what? In case of rheostat. If the resistance is more, then voltage drop also more. So we have to place the rheostat knob at one extreme end so that the resistance will be more, and if the resistance will be more, then voltage drop will be more. And then by decreasing the resistance in the rheostat, we can see the changes in ammeter current and the voltmeter voltage. So by taking the readings at different positions of rheostat knob, we can find ammeter readings and voltmeter readings, so that we can get the graph reading. So what we have to do, we have to take the voltmeter and exchange the position of the resistor and the voltmeter to get the reading clearly. Okay, so let us see what I am doing here. Changing the position and shifting the knob of the rheostat at the extreme end to get maximum resistance. Maximum resistance means maximum voltage will be get across the rheostat and minimum voltage we will get across the voltmeter, so that we can get voltage range, voltage variation and current variation. Okay, so it is very much clear, we have to do how to do the experiment. First we have to set the rheostat knob at the extreme end to get maximum resistance. Okay, then let us check how these variations will go on. So we have to place the voltmeter and we have to check the voltmeter reading and the ammeter reading, and so that by taking the ratio of voltage and current each time we can get the value of unknown resistor. So we have taken the voltmeter and we have switched on the battery eliminator, placed the voltage as 6 volt, and you see after switched on the voltmeter is showing 0.2. okay, it is showing 0.2. so you see now resistance is more, so voltage, total voltage is 6 volt. Sorry, it is showing voltmeter is showing 2 volt. It is of 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. It is showing 2 volt. Now total voltage is applied 6 volt, but the total voltage across the resistor will not be 6 volt because it is connected with another resistor, and the resistor means the rheostat will have maximum voltage drop across it as resistance is more. Now we are decreasing the resistance, then you see there will be change in current and voltage in both the ammeter and voltmeter. You can see carefully, you see I have shifted the knob in the left side. You see shifted the knob, pointers in both the cases of ammeter and voltmeter rises, yes or no? Yes, voltage increases, current also increases. So it is showing it is increasing directly. With increasing the voltage across the resistor, the current reading across the ammeter also increases. Okay, so again we are shifting, again shifting. So voltmeter reading also increases, okay, yes, voltmeter reading increases and ammeter reading also increases. So we can see the various readings here. The first case, when we have taken 2 volt, it was at 1 ampere, and when we have taken at 3 volt, it is at 1.5 ampere. Okay, when we have taken at 4 volt, it is placed at 2 ampere. So we can take the ratios at each time, the ratio is same. Okay, and again by increasing we can see it will go on decreasing, the currents and voltage go on decreasing. So this is how we can verify Ohm's law, and we can plot various graphs by taking voltage across y-axis and current across x-axis. Okay, and the slope of the graph will be the resistance V by I. Okay, so hope all of you have understood. Thank you all of you.